Tonight on Boxing After Dark, undefeated South African star Philip Holliday puts his world lightweight title on the line for the 7th time against hard-hitting and equally unbeaten Sugar Shane Mosley. And the junior lightweight matchup between El Diablo Angel Manfredy and Jorge Paez, the veteran fighter clown, now in his 75th professional bout. As the summer winds down here at the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, we gear up for another exciting night of HBO's Boxing After Dark. Tonight, the main event pits an undefeated, tried and tested veteran against an undefeated, flashy fighter with a big punch and a big reputation. While our undercard features two men who know how to entertain the crowd, one an aggressive and exciting young fighter, the other a flamboyant veteran trying to reclaim the headlines he once commanded in a lower weight class as a featherweight. And hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Lampley. Welcome back to this edition of the show that's home to the real fights, Boxing After Dark. Tonight, we expect a lot of fireworks in our 130 and 135-pound bouts. Rising star Angel Manfredy goes against a cagey veteran Jorge Paez, who's seen everything in the first fight. And then Philip Holliday, who threw nearly 1,500 punches in this same ring in his initial appearance here on HBO Sports, will be going against Shane Mosley, who already wears the atmosphere of a legend coming in from Southern California. Working with me, as always, HBO boxing analyst Larry Merchant. And Larry, as we look down the line toward the main event between Holliday and Shane Mosley, Philip Holliday made a sensational debut here on HBO Sports December 21 of last year. Is he in a position to enhance his already star-studded image with another great performance tonight?
Well, his managers keep saying they throw him down these mine shafts against tough opponents and he just climbs out of them, but it's conceivable that they send him down a bottomless pit against Mosley, who is actually favored. And the question that they're asking in boxing is whether Shane Mosley is going to have the kind of sensational national debut tonight that Holliday did almost a year ago. Shane Mosley has been the subject of a lot of discussions over the years, and people are absolutely fascinated by him because he's one of those local legends in Los Angeles who sometimes, but not often, goes national. He's famous there as an amateur, where he won 240 fights. He's famous for being a terror in the gyms, having fought the top pros since he's 15 years old. And now he's got a reputation as a KO artist, as a professional. He's up against a very tough, very busy, undefeated champion, so he'll have a lot to do to show that reputation as meaningful on this level of boxing.
And as he gets ready for that, we get ready to look at the opening bout of the evening between 130-pounders Angel Manfredy and Jorge Paez. Manfredy, with his awesome collection of tattoos, going against a guy who was raised as a clown and still sometimes performs as one. Calling both bouts with us tonight, three-division world champion Roy Jones, even as he trains for next Thursday night's pay-per-view outing against Montel Griffin, Jones Griffin 2. Roy, welcome back, and as we get ready for this fight, Angel Manfredy is a guy who not only wants to win the bout, he wants to make a big impression. Does he play into the hands of the veteran Jorge Paez with that kind of mindset?
First of all, Jim, it's according to which Paez shows up tonight.
Yeah.
If the Paez that comes to win is here, then that would play in his hands because he's the best at entertaining the crowd and having fun in the ring. If the old other or the latest Paez we've been seeing at times shows up, then Manfredy will have an easy night.
All right, well, we'll see about Manfredy as he tries to polish his star credentials against the veteran Paez. And here's the tale of the tape between the two fighters. You'll see that Paez gives up 9 years in age to Manfredy. Manfredy with a 1-inch height advantage. They both weighed in at 130. Angel weighs 6 pounds more as they reach the ring tonight, and a 3-inch reach advantage for Manfredy as well. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Angel Manfredy Jorge Paez fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. There is no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. The doctor or the referee can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
All right, Harold. Manfredy made his HBO debut earlier this year in Atlantic City, defeating Wilson Rodriguez, the man who had given all the difficulty that Arturo Gatti could handle to Gatti in an earlier appearance here on HBO's Boxing After Dark. And now here comes Paez. 9 current or former past world champions on his dossier.
Now what is his get-up? Is he coming in as a monk or a nun?
We were told to expect no theatrical entrance, so maybe this is just the everyday stuff.
Right. He's come into the ring in a wedding dress, in a gas mask. He comes out of a circus tradition from a family circus in northern Mexico. He really has a keen sense of how to entertain and how to market himself. And he used to be a really, really good fighter.
And they had to urge him to turn left and eventually find his way into the ring as he appeared determined to circumnavigate it. Terrific outfit for Jorge Mero Paez.
Maybe he's taking religious vows here tonight, just in case things don't work out for him.
75th professional bout for Jorge Paez. 59 wins, 11 losses, 4 draws, 39 KOs. He's seen and done just about everything in the ring. This is the same weight, 130 pounds, at which he was knocked out by Oscar De La Hoya about 3 years ago.
Y'all ready for this?
And as we mentioned, Paez has gained only 3 pounds today since last night's weigh-in at 130 pounds. He says that nothing Manfredy does to try to stir the crowd or draw attention to himself can possibly get under his skin, because after all, who could possibly compete with his own image of himself?
Well, he was a juggler, he was a trapeze artist, he was a tumbler when he was in the circus. Most kids run away and go to the circus. He ran away from the circus to become a prize fighter.
About 9 years ago, Jorge Paez won his first world title, coincidentally, from Calvin Grove. Coincidentally, because a little less than 2 years ago, Angel Manfredy won his first world title, and he won it from Calvin Grove. There's the record, and you can see that in his last 20 fights, he has 19 wins, no losses. 13 automobile accidents in his life. That's why he regards himself as El Diablo.
Well, I once wrote a book called Ringside Seat at the Circus, and I feel that we're living it here tonight.
Too bad they can't go ahead and fight with Manfredy wearing this Diablo mask over his head and Paez in the nun costume, or the Trappist monk costume. And there's the record for Manfredy as he comes in with 21 wins, 2 losses, relatively early in his career, 1 draw, 17 KOs. Red hot recently. And red hot is, you know, one of those no pun intended things, because El Diablo has festooned himself in devil-themed tattoos. They are all over his body.
Well, if you look at his body, it's like a Rosetta Stone into his life story and his psyche.
Manfredy reluctant to take the jacket off and show you the tattoos, but here's what you'd be seeing if he did. The flames, right at trunk level.
Right. We've heard of prize fighters with fire in their belly. He's got fire on his belly.
And the names of his 3 children on the back. What about all these tattoos, Roy? What impression are they likely to present to Jorge Paez?
Well, sometimes it means that a guy has been through a lot, or that a guy has learned his lessons. Sometimes it's a sign of maturity. A guy's growing. He's showing that he came from one thing to another, and it's sort of a symbol to let people know that he has graduated.
All righty, let's graduate to the bout with ring announcer Mark Barrow for the official introduction.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mohegan Sun Casino on the Mohegan Reservation, home of the Mohegan Indians, for an evening of championship boxing on HBO's Boxing After Dark. Under the promotion of Cedric Kushner Promotions in association with Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Mohegan Tribal Commission, Chairman Roland Harris, and the Connecticut State Athletic Commission, the Department of Consumer Protection Commissioner Mark Schifrin, and the attending Executive Director, Gentleman John Burns. This is your first championship bout of the evening. It is scheduled for 12 rounds for the WBU Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Ring officials assigned by the World Boxing Union in cooperation with the local boxing commissions. Judges at ringside are from Avon, Connecticut, Glenn Feldman, from West Hartford, Connecticut, William Hutt, and from Boston, Massachusetts, Donald O'Neill. Your referee for this event from Leeds, England, welcome Mickey Van. Introducing now the principals first in the blue corner to my right, wearing the brown trunks, white trim. He weighs in at 130 pounds. His professional record reads 59 victories, 11 defeats, 4 draws, and 39 wins coming by way of knockout. El Hijo de Mexicali, Mexico, now making his home in Beverly Hills, California, the former IBF featherweight champion and challenger, Jorge Paez. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the white and red sequin flame trunks, also weighing in at 130 pounds. His professional record reads 20 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 15 wins coming by way of knockout from Gary, Indiana, and now making his home in East Chicago, Illinois, the WBU Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Angel El Diablo Manfredy. 12 rounds for the WBU Super Featherweight Championship.
Water in it. Put water in the mouthpiece.
Angel?
Adelante.
Okay.
Adelante.
He wants water in it.
Angel. Adelante.
Right, you both had your instructions in the ring. You know what I want? Remember, no naughties with the head. Shake hands, buddy corners. Good luck.
Although Paez has confessed that he's had boxing up to the eyeballs and is looking forward to retirement, I sense he wants to make a real effort here tonight, which means that Manfredy, if he's going to make an impression, is going to have to discourage him early.
Okay, box on.
Sometimes when Paez comes to make an impression, you can't discourage him.
As you watch Jorge Paez, you'll note the unorthodoxy of his style. He throws no jabs, likes to rely on power punches instead, wants to work his way in with unusual head movement, sometimes crazy antics. Once he gets close, he wants to fire. Hard right-hand shot to the lower body by Manfredy. And Paez with a looping right hand across the top and a wide swinging left hook. Manfredy will use the jab and wants to try to set up his offense against Paez by crisply working behind the left hand.
That was a good body shot by Manfredy.
This is an 18-foot ring, rather small. The way they're fighting, it could be about 12 feet.
Now, they don't need much room at all.
Quick left hand inside landed for Manfredy. Manfredy, the aggressor here in the early going, and able to fire his jab so far right up the middle of Jorge Paez's guard.
Yeah, he should be able to jab all night and get away with it because he's taller than Paez.
Manfredy's early offense, largely jab, left hook. Jab, jab, left hook. Paez has fired some wide swinging punches from both sides. There's a right to the body by Manfredy.
Manfredy's showing a lot of patience here.
Manfredy coming up and under with that left hand. Now lands a short counter left inside, misses with the right hand across the top. Paez trying to fire from the left side. So far, Paez unable to mount much of an offense as Manfredy has been dominating the action, beating his man to the punch.
He's throwing a good left hook and then an uppercut behind it because Paez is trying to duck his left hook.
Larry suggested that he felt like Paez was here to try to put on a good show and make an impression tonight. The opposite extreme possibility is that he's here just to pick up a paycheck.
No, he's not here to pick up a paycheck. That's for sure already.
What shows you that, Roy?
Well, he's out here trying to land some big shots on Manfredy. He's really trying to knock Manfredy out.
Yeah, that's why I think that you have to discourage him early and remind him that he does want to retire soon.
And that's one of the objectives for Manfredy. Sneaky right hand across the top by Paez. He lands a counter left. Manfredy comes back with a left and a right of his own. Manfredy continues to work the right hand to the lower body of Paez and doubling up effectively with the left hook. Paez landed a short counter left crisply inside.
I want you to do this guy. I want you to use your speed on this guy. You understand? And that right uppercut will work on him. Use your speed. Don't stand in front of him. When he starts coming down, don't let him post right away. Get that right hand in there, okay? And I want that jab in his face. You understand? And you establish yourself. Keep them hands up and keep the jab in his face. When he gets down low.
In Jorge Paez's corner, where they speak Spanish, our interpreter is Hector Garcia.
Don't give him any opportunities. Stay on top of him. Go in, use your hooks on the bottom of the lower part and work in the center. Don't lose your control. Move your waist side to side and avoid getting hit. Don't stand in front of this guy.
Come on! Out the ring!
Paez already has a small bruise under his right eye.
Probably the result of Manfredy's diligent work with the left jab in the first round. As Manfredy more than doubled Paez's punch output. Paez threw 32 of them. Manfredy threw 82 in round number 1. 37 of the 82 punches, the left jab. Paez with a straight left right up the middle as Manfredy was working the left to the body.
Keep him up, okay.
Referee Mickey Van wants Paez to keep him up. Manfredy able to fire the left jab straight down as Paez works out of a crouch. Now Manfredy comes down to Paez's level and goes back to working that right hand to the body. Good uppercut inside by Angel. Another right hand to the body, sets up a left hook up top. And now Paez goes to the body himself with the left hand.
Paez has been going good to the body with the left hand.
Dipping down to the left to sneak it under Manfredy's right elbow.
I like the patience that I see in Manfredy. You should never let an older fighter get you excited.
Manfredy, in beating Wilson Rodriguez via the decision route in Atlantic City earlier this year on HBO, said, "I was cautious because it was my first appearance on HBO. This time I'm going to let it all out." And Manfredy is throwing punches a little bit more freely here tonight than he did in the early going against Wilson Rodriguez. And now Jorge Paez begins to match him punch for punch.
Paez is really landing that left to the liver real good on Manfredy.
Paez with a left up and under and the right over the top that time. Combinations from odd angles by Jorge. And a right uppercut lands solidly from Manfredy.
Good combination by Manfredy.
Right uppercut, left hook. Works really well for him. High contact fight so far. For the most part, the two fighters standing toward the middle of the ring and trading shots at close range. Very accurate punching by both fighters here in round 2. Paez with the left of the body tries the uppercut, just a little bit short. Manfredy still very patient, working to back Paez up with lefts and rights.
Hey, boys. Exactamente. Ya está entrando. Jala tu aire. Jala tu aire. Tranquilito, amigo. Muy tranquilo.
Just relax. We start hitting him in the stomach, and you're going to catch him coming in. He's getting weak. Avoid punches.
Still to come in the second half of our Boxing After Dark doubleheader. Philip Holliday on the left from South Africa. Shane Mosley on the right from Pomona, California. Both unbeaten, both hungry for greater public recognition. Holliday with a 135-pound world championship already. Mosley finally getting his long-awaited title shot.
Take your time. Keep them hands up and stay relaxed. Come on.
Out. Guare. Out. Vámonos. Option.
Paez goes back to work in the left hand to the body, beginning to seize some of the initiative from Manfredy early in round number 3. Manfredy goes back to the uppercut, lands 2 of them in a row. Excellent power punch combinations in close by both fighters, and you've got to love the way Manfredy sticks to his knitting with the uppercut, Roy.
Yes, you do, because he's standing there. He knows Paez is ducking to give him the high part of the head. That body shot hurt Paez.
Paez standing too still to take those uppercuts as Manfredy shows his punching accuracy inside with both the left and the right hand.
Oh, good shot by Manfredy.
Paez trying with his own uppercut, but a little bit of a shortened up effort. Manfredy conscious of blocking the body with both of his elbows down, staying in a tight envelope. The guy regards himself as a brawler and a warrior. He shows that he knows how to box in close.
Yes, he is showing that tonight.
Straight right hand by Paez. Manfredy having to reach with that uppercut. He should stay in closer when he throws him. Left to the body by Paez. Good left hook upstairs by Manfredy. Both fighters making a lot of contact here in round 3, but Angel Manfredy landing more than Jorge Paez. Left hook lands for Paez. Manfredy with the chopping right over the top. And a double left uppercut underneath. And a left and a right. Beautiful combinations by Angel Manfredy. Manfredy is dying to get into a position to box some of the better-known 130-pounders like Arturo Gatti, like Genauer Hernandez, like perhaps Azuma Nelson if Azuma comes out of retirement.
One thing he's doing is he's straightening Paez up with the uppercuts and the straight punches. Then he lands bigger shots on him. You have to straighten up a guy when he's punched over as far as Paez is.
He's having to take some leather to do it, but so far Paez hasn't been able to hurt Manfredy. Manfredy a couple of times has momentarily stunned Paez, particularly with the uppercut. Left hand to the body by Paez. He landed a right up top. Manfredy countering with a left of his own. They continue to trade punches at close range. Both men landing accurately.
I tell you, this is a good fight for both fighters, mainly because Paez is getting exactly what he wants. Manfredy is working him. He's inside, and he's getting all the body shots that he wants to land.
You need only to tell the fighters they're on Boxing After Dark when they start to land at will.
Yes, they do.
Catching you with that right hand. You understand? You're there right in front of him. I don't want you standing in front of him.
Heads out.
Okay? I want you to give him a little movement and stop popping that jab. Okay? You gotta let that right hand go on his chin, not on top of his head. You understand? Keep the right elbow in. Double your jab up. You had him hurt this round. But listen, you gotta work that body a little more.
Yeah. That was a punch. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Joe.
Breathe in. How do you feel? I feel okay. Go to work.
Manfredy working on the right side of Paez's face with his left hand has drawn blood from below Paez's right eye.
Okay, in round 3, by punch stat computations, Paez threw 64 punches. That's a very active round for Omar Amaro. but Angel Manfredy threw 96 punches and landed 53 of them. That's a sensational high contact round from Manfredy. You need only to take one look at Angel to see that he's the black sheep of the family, with the right side of his face totally scarred from a near-fatal automobile accident. The tattoos all over his back and arms and shoulders. He has a brother who's an architect and another brother who's a lawyer. So Angel says, well, I think I'll be a little different.
Just a little. Has a brother who is in the Navy as well. Papa Manfredy did okay for himself.
Yeah, and the one that's an architect can learn a little bit from Manfredy, because Manfredy has built himself up a good name here in the sport.
And he's building an early lead, you suspect, on the scorecards against Jorge Paez as they continue to trade shots at close range to the delight of this crowd in the Mohegan Sun. And Paez is taking an awful lot of punishment early for a guy in his 75th pro fight, Roy.
Yeah, he's taking too much punishment, in my opinion.
There's now blood streaming from the right ear of Paez.
Vicious left-hand shot to the body for Paez. Counter right hand inside, lands pretty well. Angel Manfredy firing lefts and rights at close range, willing to take punches from Paez for the chance to land something heavier in return.
Come on.
Oh, a cut from a headbutt, I think.
Come on.
Neither fighter appears capable of stunning the other fighter with one punch, and so they feel comfortable staying close at close quarters exchanging.
Although I think Manfredy can stun his man with 1 or 2 or 3. Or 3 or 4. That straight right hand hurt Paez, and now Paez bothered by the blood coming out of his eye, and Manfredy takes advantage with a vicious left hook.
Now we're seeing what's known as a paint job in boxing as blood pours from Paez.
Yes, pouring out of his eyes.
Huge cut over the right eye of Jorge Paez, gushing blood now and affecting his vision as Manfredy works away.
But that cut was from the headbutt, though.
Letterman, what's the rule if the fight is stopped due to an accidental butt?
Jim, if it's stopped before the 6th round on a cut caused by an accidental headbutt, the fight is a technical draw, and Angel Manfredy retains his title. So it's almost as if it's a win for Angel Manfredy if it's stopped before the end of the 6th round. Once it goes beyond the 6th round and a headbutt causes the fight to be stopped, they go to the scorecards.
Paez pawing at his right eye with the right glove and then firing with the left one. He's showing no shortage of courage here, but compromised now by the flow of blood.
There may be some blood on the outside of the right eye of Manfredy as well, unless that was a splatter from Paez.
You're throwing only one punch at a time. You have a lot of valor. You're falling behind. You're standing there and he's hitting you. You can do it. You can do it. Use the combination. Just one punch is all you're looking for. You have to use combinations. When the right hand goes in the chin, you're missing it. You're missing a lot. Your right hand, left hand, and use that hook. But you have to hit your target. What's going on? You are a warrior. What's going on with you?
What's going on with Paez is that he's 31 years old, going on who knows what.
Just take it easy with the heads, okay? Just take it easy, son.
He's coming to the end of the road of a really fabulous career for the little guy. His heroes were Muhammad Ali and Charlie Chaplin. And he's one of my heroes, too, for the way he's giving an effort here tonight.
Yeah, and that cut is in a bad place for Paez. Good body shot by Manfredy.
Harold, your scorecard through 4 rounds.
Jim, 4 rounds to nothing, 40-36. Angel Manfredy. He's the much busier guy. Those double hooks, those triple left jabs are really impressing me. What I can't understand is why Jorge Paez is standing right in front of him. I think that's the big mistake in the fight.
Well, maybe Jorge Paez at age 31 in his 75th professional bout doesn't have the legs to do anything but stand in front of him. Right, Roy?
That's about it.
Well, and he doesn't want to stand away because Manfredy has the reach on him and would just be doing the same thing with the reach. He's got to get close to him in order to punch.
So it's a brave and willing effort for Paez, but he's turning out to be an extremely well-chosen opponent for young Angel Manfredy at this stage of Manfredy's career. 108 punches thrown by Manfredy in the last round, round number 4. He's just firing at will because the opportunity is there to do anything he wants to do. He has to take a little leather in return from Paez, but Paez hasn't shown the power to hurt him. There's a hard right hand over the top by Paez, and Manfredy just comes right back and bangs to the body.
This appears to be the classic case of a young fighter trying to add to his reputation by fighting an older fighter who no longer can fight the way he did as a younger fighter.
That's what it seems like to me.
Magnificent courage from Jorge Paez, and Manfredy has not been able to get the right eye to gush with blood the way it did in the last round, so Paez is in a little bit better shape with regard to seeing the incoming and having a chance to block some of it. But he's still getting tattooed a lot, particularly by the uppercut.
Good body shot by Manfredy.
Vicious combination, scoring well for Angel Manfredy.
Where's the blood coming from in the ear? Huh? Where's the blood in the ear?
That's a cut on the outside. I saw that one already. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to throw more punches. You have to throw more punches.
Let him stay here so I can work on him.
You're falling behind. Throw punches. You gotta start throwing punches right now. Yeah, you're listening to me.
Mira, wait a minute, will you?
Throw punches and use the combinations.
There's the man you saluted earlier, Larry. Juan Manfredy, so proud of all 4 of his sons.
I want a 3-punch combination on him. I want the feint.
Hoping El Diablo can continue his early dominance against Jorge Paez.
Come on, get the corner out. Come on, son.
Paez already manages a few young fighters. He wants to go into boxing next or graduate to being a manager and trainer. And as each round goes by, he's getting closer to that goal.
Must have done a pretty good job of holding on to his money. He lists his home address as Beverly Hills, California.
One of the most likable and intelligent athletes we've ever interviewed.
Oh, Angel rocked him with that hook.
And now the blood begins to flow again from Paez's right eye, as Angel Manfredy has gotten the left hook going early here in round number 6. Jab, 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 jab.
Oh, good shot by Paez.
Left to the body and a left uppercut that landed. See if Manfredy goes back to the jab, 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 jab. He throws 4 straight right hands in a row. And a quick left hook that rocked Paez back momentarily.
Roy, do you take any points away from Manfredy, who is having his way, obviously, because he hasn't really been able to hurt Paez so far?
No, I don't, because Paez is a great fighter. He's not one of these guys who was noted for not having a strong chin. Paez in his day was a very tough competitor. So you can't take anything away from Angel for not finishing the job yet. Actually, I think he's being pretty smart about what he's doing.
Yeah, why risk any more when you're winning the fight easily and you have your man deteriorating in terms of blood flow and cuts and nicks popping up all over the place? He doesn't need to risk anything else. Just keep popping.
I'm not talking about risk. I'm just talking about Does he really have power?
Yeah.
He has power, but Paez keeps his head forward, but it keeps his chin tucked. So he's not really hitting Paez on the chin often with big shots. He's hitting him high on the head.
Yeah, good point. I think you're right. A lot of forehead shots.
Right. That's what Paez is giving him, his forehead.
More willing effort from Paez, who landed the right uppercut and lands a straight right hand across the top, but seemingly unable to hurt Manfredy. And Manfredy continues to stand in for the target practice against Jorge Paez.
Later in the fight, though, Larry, these head shots will start having an effect on Paez.
Tends to give you a headache, I imagine.
Yeah. It makes you a little weaker, too.
Looping right hand by Manfredy. Manfredy seeming to slow his own pace just a little bit as round 6 comes to a close, and sensing that, Paez comes back with a 4-punch combo of his own, and the two fighters showing a lot of sportsmanship as they continually slap gloves at the end of the rounds. Airing this month on HBO, a new installment of Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel, featuring a profile on the inventor of the phrase, "Let's get it on," boxing referee Mills Lane. And a look at the competing leagues, women's professional basketball, an examination of how ticket brokers obtain and legally sell tickets at outrageous prices. Real Sports, the only show of its kind, and it's only on HBO.
A little bit. Yes. Give him an angle. See how he's throwing that left uppercut? Yeah. Throw it. Step back and boom, right hand on him. Yes. Okay? Get off first.
Here we take another look at what is turning out to be a kind of ritual bloodletting. The younger man letting the blood of the older man.
Paez comes out for the 7th. No doubt wondering what he might conceivably do to change the tempo of the fight.
The only thing I can think of now is to put on his religious garb and pray.
Doesn't really seem to have enough power to hurt Manfredy. A good combination by Manfredy.
And that left uppercut opened the cut above Paez's eye again, and now the blood begins to flow. Paez goes back to flicking with the right glove to try to keep the blood out of his eye, and Manfredy will go back to working his combinations, and Paez continues to show his great heart and will as he just hangs in there, takes the punishment, fires away.
You okay? Yeah. All right. Bucks on.
Bucks on. Bucks on, says Mickey Van. In his desire to stack up a little bit more money for his family, Jorge Paez says, Roy, that he wants to fight 6 more times over the course of the next year.
6 more times?
6 more times. That would take us to 81 Paez fights. I hope he doesn't cut like this in all of them.
You're not joking.
If he cuts like this in all of them, he doesn't get a chance to fight 6 more times.
Don't let on. Get him out. Come on.
Michael Carvajal's brother told him immediately after his fight with baby Jake Matlala that his eyes are going to keep cutting like that, and perhaps he should retire.
And that was very good advice. Although I don't think Michael will take it.
You know, as a fighter gets older, he starts to cut more easily. The skin gets a little thinner.
Carvajal showed a lot of class with his tribute to baby Jake Matlala in the ring after the fight.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
Those are the type of people that boxing needs, though.
Both fighters here opening up and throwing a lot of punches in round number 7.
A good body shot by Manfredy.
Nothing to change the momentum of the bout so far. This round very much like all of its predecessors as Angel Manfredy lands, backs away, lands, backs away again, and Paez just keeps coming forward and putting himself in harm's way.
Your heads, come on. You jumped in then, son. Come on, box on.
Give this guy no respect, you understand? Always shaking his hand. Let's get this guy out of here already. Before he cuts you or something. Yeah. Understand? This guy, he's getting dirty on you. Forget about shaking his hand for 2 minutes. I'm getting back. Let's go. Let's work on this guy. Understand? Hey, on the combination, come back with something. Right at the end, come back with a nice punch. You see you're throwing fast punches, come back with it and get out of there. The punch.
How's your shoulders? So why don't you throw more punches? You have to loosen up. You have to throw more punches. We're not gonna win this fight with one punch. You have to throw more punches. Let's use combinations.
Forward, man. You get it right in the fucking eye.
Vamos, Jorge. Vamos. Okay? That's what
You heard in Manfredy's corner, no mercy. Get it over with.
Time out.
The hell with shaking his hand. That was interesting. And of course, Paez's corner wants him to throw more punches. Easier said than done when you're getting nailed 70, 80 times around, as Paez has been.
Harold Letterman, any change in the outcome of this fight so far?
None whatsoever, Larry. I have it a shutout, 70-63. Hey, Jim, you got to work a little bit on that Cockney accent. You don't have it quite right yet. In any case, the most important thing in scoring fights is clean punching, Larry. And certainly, Angel Manfredy out punching him. Those double hooks, the double jabs, he keeps opening that cut up. But I'll tell you something, Chuck Bodak in Paez's corner is keeping him in this fight by doing a great job on the cut.
Well, Harold, lately...
Great left hook. Just a sensational short left hook in close.
6.
Does Paez want to get up and go on?
9.
Yes,
I don't think so. And Mickey Van says no more as Angel Manfredy scores a sensational 8th round knockout.
He chopped him down and finished him.
You heard Sam Colonna in Manfredy's corner saying, enough of the shaking hands with the guy, go finish him. And Manfredy followed orders. I'll tell you what, I doubt he got any closer to a fight with Arturo Gatti or Gennaro Hernandez off of that effort. He might have looked too good.
He might have. I don't think the guy can look too good for Arturo Gatti.
Well, that would be a fight to see. No question about it. All right, let's take a look now at 2 versions of the knockdown. And you're going to see a perfectly thrown left hook that lands flush. That one, I think, was right on the temple, Roy.
Right on the temple. No, actually, it was right behind the ear.
Oh, that's right. Behind the ear, on the skull, and the back of the neck. Well, it was a new place to land, I guess, and that's where he finally got Maromero, Jorge Paez. And Father Juan Manfredy in the corner to congratulate his son. Let's go to Mark Biro with the official particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 6 seconds of the 8th round. The winner by knockout and still WBU Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Angel El Diablo Manfredy.
You shouldn't bet against God, baby. You shouldn't bet against the Lord. You can't bet against me, baby, and you lose. You can't bet no money against me. In Chicago, I prove to you. Gary Neal, I prove to you. I'm the best 130-pounder. Bring on Gotti, baby. Bring on Gotti.
That's who he wants, Arturo Gatti, 130-pound star. Final punch stat numbers in the bout, and you'll see that Angel Manfredy, who threw more than 100 punches in 5 consecutive rounds, wound up throwing 744 of them in the bout and landing an exceptionally high 53%. He was taking a lot of leather in return, as Paez was able to land 170 out of 386, but Paez's punches not doing much damage to Manfredy. And now let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner.
All right, Angel, congratulations. It looked as though that the punch that put him down looked like it just grazed his shoulder. It was just an accumulation of punches?
It was a solid punch, but before I answer your question, I'd like to say I'd like to thank the Lord, East Chicago, Gary, Indiana. I did it, baby. I told you I wasn't going to let you down. Yeah, it was a nice punch. It caught him right on the tip of the chin. Real nice with a nice cut left hook. I knew I was going to catch him with it.
Were you just determined to take your time, chop him down, and take the knockout as it came?
Like I said, I'm very experienced. I took my time, and I knew the knockout was going to come, but with an experienced fighter, you just can't go out there and try to bang with him. You got to take your time, and you got to pick him apart.
You talk about Arturo Gatti. You seem consumed by that idea of fighting Gatti. Why?
Well, basically, you know, he's a young champion. He's a good fighter, good champion. I respect him outside the ring. But, you know, I'm a young champion. You know, let's us two young champions bump heads, and let's see who's the best at 130 pounds. Because I feel it's me and Gotti, and that's the only fight that'll make me happy. This is my dream fight.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Good show. All right, Jorge. Thank you for making such a spirited effort.
Gracias por hacer tremenda pelea con tan buen espíritu.
Pues yo soy un guerrero del ring.
I'm a warrior in the ring.
You are a warrior, but you told us yesterday that you've had boxing up to here and you're ready to retire. Will you continue to fight?
Tú no dijiste que tú si eras un warrior en el cuadrilátero, pero tú no dijiste que tú tenías boxeo ya hasta la cabeza. ¿Piensas retirarte?
Yo creo.
I think so.
Lo que pasa que lo que estoy platicando con mi apoderado, señor Dean Gerritsen y el señor del Foro, que me cansa eso de estar viniendo desde Los Ángeles. Vine a la conferencia una semana atrás.
I've been talking to my manager, and you know it's very tiring to come all the way from Los Angeles just 1 week before the fight.
Y otra vez me fui para atrás otra vez.
And I went back.
Y otra vez vine.
And then came back to Connecticut again.
Eso cansa.
That's very tiring.
It seems though you've had a great career. Are you fooling yourself to think that you can beat good young fighters?
Tú has tenido una buena carrera en tu vida. ¿Tú crees que tú puedes seguir peleando con estos jóvenes?
Pues naturalmente que sí. Lo que pasa es que no fue mi noche, no fue mi día y es todo.
Naturally, I can keep beating these young guys, but today was not my night.
Todos tenemos malas noches.
We all have bad nights.
Thank you very much. Good night. Jim?
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. I hope he doesn't fight 6 more times if he's going to get hit like that. On the other hand, maybe he won't have opponents as tough as Angel Manfredy. Here's my take, Roy, on Manfredy and Arturo Gatti. It looks to me that Manfredy is probably the quicker of the two and throws more punches from more angles. Gatti definitely the more classic style, probably the harder puncher. What do you think?
I think Gatti is the harder puncher, and I think he has the more classic style. I think it'll be a great fight, but I'm not sure if Manfredy can withstand the power shots from Arturo Gatti yet.
All right, well, maybe we'll get a chance to see that if the Gatti folks are listening and pay attention to Manfredy's overwhelming desire to fight him. In the meantime, another man with an overwhelming desire is Roy Jones, and that's his desire to get back the 175-pound world championship that he lost earlier this year to Montel Griffin in a fight which had an unusual ending in Atlantic City, New Jersey. If you were watching with us on March 21, you know that after 8 difficult and fairly even rounds, Roy Jones, ahead on 2 scorecards, got his man Griffin into trouble in the 9th round. And then as he chased Griffin around the ring, and as referee Tony Perez looked on, Griffin went to one knee. You saw Roy Jones land the right and left hand that followed Griffin's, having put his knee on the canvas. Eventually, Jones was disqualified. Griffin remained unbeaten and took over that 175-pound world championship. The rematch this coming Thursday night, live on pay-per-view. And I have to assume that you've never wanted anything more in your life.
Never have, because I hate to see a guy go out like a coward, then go around and talk and say so many different and unpositive things about a guy who has been really trying to do all he could to help the sport. I wasn't forced to fight him. I was giving him a shot because I thought he was pretty deserving of a shot. Now I have to go in and treat him like the man, like the kid he is, and let the world see that I'm still the man that I am. I have to go in and do my business. Now I'm gonna try to do it in a sensible way and a respectable way, in the best way that I can. But if it gets ugly, it gets ugly, and I still got to do my job. job because I'm not coming out of there without my title.
Well, Roy, to be honest, in the first 7 rounds of that fight, he proved he was deserving of the shot. I think he gave you, stylistically, more trouble than any opponent you've ever faced.
Well, quite naturally, when 2 counterpunchers face one another, it's going to be a difficult fight for both fighters. That's just all a part of the game. However, when you have your guys figured out, as I did, I knew that if we went out there, fought 7 or 8 good rounds, then put the pressure on, turn the heat up. Like I said, when y'all asked me questions when he faced James Toney last time, I told you James Toney should have picked up the pressure on him. He didn't. I went right out there, did the same thing, picked up the pressure and put him out of there, actually. And they gave him a belt anyway. But, you know, if they can give a guy a belt that way, that's what encourages guys like Seldon to go in and lay down when Tyson missed him with a punch. That's what encourages guys like Akinwande to go in and hold and rather than get hit. They go in and they don't even try to win. How you going to go take the title from the world's best boxer pound for pound on the planet because he didn't hear the referee say anything? If the referee don't come there and stop it, it's not my job to do that. So in football, if you catch a pass and step out of bounds, you're not going to stop to see that you step out of bounds. You keep him going. The referee has to make that call. In my opinion, they should have made the call. He didn't. I'll make it this time.
Next Thursday night, live on pay-per-view, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It takes place here in rural Connecticut at another one of the local casinos, Montel Griffin against Roy Jones for the 2nd time. And now let's look ahead to the